Oracle Logical and Physical Database Structures. First, we want to download the client software. So we need to go the link by using the Chrome here. This is the link. So I will give it in a description box. So you can download the uh, Oracle client software first. Here it is Windows X60. This is the client home. So we can download it 32-bit also here in the option. So you can choose and download as you wish. I already have downloaded this software to my computer and installed. So I just want to give the downloaded installation path. So if I go C drive, here we can see the system Oracle client here. I given this name. Inside this folder we can see the options. After downloading the software, you need to unzip the software. Here it is, the main software NT client home. So I already zipped this file and this zip version is here. So inside the zip folder we can see the setup.exe. So you can install by using this setup.exe. So I just want to go inside the network folder actually. So this is the network folder. Inside the network folder we can see the admin. Inside admin we will see the files sample sqlnet.ora and .back file also, but listener.ora and uh, tns names.ora, this file will be first time in unavailable. So we need to add this to file in our in this location. So first I just want to open this file in notepad. So open with notepad actually. Here it is, notepad. So if I go here we can see the listener file. So I think you do not need to use this file, because this is not necessary for you. So you just need to configure the tns names.ora, this file also. Just open this one. I just want to open in notepad. Here it is. This file is very essential for you. So I configured this file. Here we can see many of the listener TNS name. So you can configure and use the TNS only one. Here I just use only one, many of them, but this TNS we will use. This is the host name. This is the host name that for Oracle, and this IP is used in my VM machine. So if I go here and log in with root Red Hat, so after in here it is. So I just want to open the terminal and if config, if we go here we can see ENS 33 init 192.168.1.10. This is the IP, local IP for this machine. So I just want to click this one, and our Oracle software is installed in this VM. So if I go back here, this is the Windows machine. So here I just use here the listener TNS DB167 VM, and description address is here 19. This is the host name. So this is the remote or VM host name, and this host address, and this is the port, and another one is 1522. Here the connection data dedicated and service is here DB167. Okay, so this is the configuration. So I will give this file in description box, so don't worry about it. So first you need to give this file inside the directory. So I just want to close this one, hide this one. Here we can see this file. So I will provide this one. Now we will open the cmd command prompt, and here we will ping the TNS. So how we will ping? TNS ping, then TNS name. So here DBA 167 underscore VM. If we ping this one, here we can see the TNS, and here we can see the OK status. That means TNS ping successful. So this is the description of this TNA. To check the cluster ready service CRS resources, we need to switch back the user, grid user actually. Then we need to execute the command. So first we need to switch the user. So how we can? Here the duplicate session in putty. So you just first you need to install the software in your machine. So already I have. So here we can see I just want to duplicate the session in putty. Okay. And here it is. So I just want to log in with grid. I already have a grid user. So grid, this is the password. I just want to clear the screen. Okay, clear. So now we will check the grid cluster ready service CRS resources. So how do we do that? So here crsctl status actually res resource then T to see in tabular mode. So after hitting on enter key, we can see the possible resources CRS cluster ready service status resources. So here the FRA data and listener ASM ONS. Here we can see, and cluster resources also. So we just want to work with local resources here. So data FRA first recovery area listener. Now we will check the server control utility. So how do we do that? srvctl server control resource, and then status listner listener minus l, then our listener name. So in previous one we see the listener listener here. After hitting on enter key, we can see the listener is running, and listener is running on node DBA167. So in this way in this server control utility helps us to check the listener status. So this is the listener name actually. So if I go back the previous one, this is the CRS status clustered real clustered ready service actually. So if I go here, we can see the listener name is here, listener dot lsnr. So this is our listener, and here it is the listener, and you can see the this statement helps us to know the status of the listener. Here we can see the listener is enabled, and its running node is DV167. Now how we will see how do we stop the listener, the enabled listener. So I just want to copy this one and paste it here. Sorry, uh, actually this one. Here it is, server control utility, and then stop, then listener name. Our listener name is list in any listener. So after hitting an enter key, here we can see our listener uh, is stopped. Now check the status, and okay, after hitting an enter key, we can see the listener is enabled, but the listener is not running. This is not in running state, running mode. So we can check also listener status. So lsnrctl status. Here we can see the no listener, the error, no such files or directory found. Here you can see the possible results. So now we will connect with sys user by Windows CMD by using the DNS. So first we need to go the client DNS. Here it is, the DNS name and this description that I explained in earlier. So I just want to go the CMD, here the CMD. So I just want to clear the string CLS, and after then we will connect the sys user by using the DNS name. So how do we do that? Here SQL plus sys/sys123 at dba167 restore VM. This is the DNS name as sysdba. After hitting on enter key, we can see there may be a problem because our DNS already stopped. So that's why this connection not working at all. So first we need to start the DNS. So how do we do that? If we go, so now we need to start the listener. So how do we do that? Just srvctl start listener, then listener name. So our listener name is listener, and then hitting on enter key, and now check the status. status Here we can see the listener is running and running node is db167. And now check the listener status lsnr listener ctl status. You can see lsnrctl status. Sorry, spelling mistake actually. So this is the spelling mistake status. Here we can see the command completed successfully and ready. Instance db167 status ready has 3 handlers for this service. So our listener is on working mode. So clear the screen. This is the grid inputting. So I just go back the Windows command prompt. Now we will use this command to connect the sysdba sysuser on command prompt by using DNS. So this is dba167 VM DNS name. So after hitting on enter key, here we can see the sys connection completed. So if I check the user, so user, here we can see the user is sys. One thing is rememberable is that sometimes the DNS start takes time, so you need to wait a few minutes, and after then you can use the command to connect the sysuser in command prompt. So creating table space with data file and size and auto extend on. This is the grid user panel on Footy. So I just want to locate the data file again in ASM CMD, automatic storage management CMD. So ASM CMD, and after hitting on enter key, we can see the list of file data and FRA. So if I go inside data cd data ls, here the ASM db167. So I just want to enter the db167 directory. So cd and then this one ls. Here we can see the data file. So cd and then ls. Here we can see the possible data file location. So if I see the current working directory but present or present working directory pwd, and here we can see this is the data file location. So in this location we will create a table space for data file with size and auto extend on. So how do we do that? So first we need to go inside the before creating the table space. Let's drop the existing table space if exists. Now we are at show user. Here we can see the user is sys. So drop table space dba167. This is the table space name, including content cascade constraints. So after hitting on enter key, we can see table space does not exist. So now we will create scr. Now we will create the new table space. Here we can see, let's try again. Here it is, create data table space and then table space name dba167 and then tab 1. Our data file location is data file data db167 data file db167 tab 1, size 10 MB, auto extend on. So before creating on this, just go to grid user, and here we will try to find the possible data file locations and files: asm cmd ls cd data ls cd dba 167 ls. Here we can see the data file. So cd data file ls. The possible data files are csocks, system, gbs1, and in users. So if we create the table space with the newly created data file dba167.1, size 1 MB, after hitting on enter key, let's see what happened. Our table space created. So how do we check this one? Select name from the dollar database and table space, actually table SBSE table space. Here we can see the newly created table space is db167 tab 1. So if we select the if we find the data file, so data file, and here we can see the data file is dba167 tab 1. So we can find this one in asmcmd window. So here we can see, if we now check the list of file in data file location, here we can see the newly created data file name db167 tab 1. Though we created the same name data file and table space, creating table with table space. Now we will create a table with by using the name. Here it is, create table. This is the table name db167 underscore info, id name, then table space name db167 tab 1. After hitting on enter key, we can see the table created successfully. So I just want to insert some values in db167 tab 1. This is the insert query. So after hitting on enter key, we can see the one row inserted. So now we will commit this one. Commit. Yeah, commit successful. So I just want to check the values in db167 info. Select start from. Here we can see the one record in db167 info. Now we will discuss about segment. Now I just want to explain about segment. Actually, segment is known also table of a table space in a database. So how do we check the dictionary view for segments? I just want to clearing the screen. clscr desc dba underscore segments. After hitting enter key, we can see the uh, segments means tables actually. So let's see current status of a segment by using the table segment name. So just clearing the screen, clscr, execute this one, select segment name, table space name, bytes, extends, blocks from DBA segments, where segment name, yeah, that segment name table, this is the table name actually. After hitting on enter key, uh, maybe this is the Oracle SQL developer. So here I just want to create a new connection for sysdb. So I just want to name the DBA 167 underscore VM. Here the username sys, user password sys123. This is DNS, and we can see the DNS name DBA167 VM. And here I just want to select DBA sysdba, and then test. Here we can see the status success. Now connect. So segments, this is the segments query. So if I execute this snippet, here we can see the segment name dba167 info table space. This is the table space name of this of the table or segment, byte, extent 1, and block 8. Note, each block size consists of 8 kilobit. Each extent consists of 64 kilobytes. If table space is a big file type, then only one data file allowed max 128 terabytes. Now we will insert more data into DB167 info table or segment. So here it is begin int. This is the for loop. So here I and start value I, and the initial value of I is true, because we already have the ID 1. So that's why we start the value of I 2 to 99999, and then insert a statement in for db167 info. So this is the value I and my name, and then concatenated by I in loop and commit, and then end. So this is the segment status. Our extent is 1 and 8, and byte is 65536. After inserting the value in this table, anonymous block completed. Now we will check the segment status or table status. Here we can see the extent increased 18, and block 384, and byte 3145728. Let's check table or segment data. I just want to select this one. Here we can see the lots of data. If we count this from this table, here we can see 5999999 records in this DB167 info table. The last one is to check the local parameter. So this is the local parameters checking option. So parameter, then local. If we execute this snippet, here we can see the name, type, and value. Here the name local listener parallel force local, type string boolean, and here the value. This is the listener information. This is TCP protocol is host and port. You can check the content of link of this tutorial in description. Hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Thank you for watching.